Historians, welcome back. What an interesting journey you just took as you ventured back in time to learn about the Titanic's ill-fated journey. Over the next few weeks, we'll be taking a trip east to the wonderful continent of Africa and set our feet firmly in the country of Egypt. We will be focusing on the Egyptian culture today, and soon we will jump into learning about ancient Egypt. However, before we get to learn about ancient Egypt, the first thing we will be talking about is a self-guided research report you will be tasked to complete. This year you have learned about American and Italian cultures, and now you'll be exploring modern-day Egypt culture. Self-guided project, you say? Well, for those of you who are having a tough time remembering what a research project is, it is when you have to search for information about a certain topic. For this research project, you will be collecting information about modern-day Egyptian culture. And that means that what Egypt looks like now. And when you are finished, you will be tasked with presenting that information. Let's take a quick look at the graphic organizer you will be filling out. All right there, historians, researchers, whatever you'd like to call yourself right now, this is what the note-taking packet for the Egypt report looks like. Again, your focus today and for the next few weeks will be to research and report about the current culture in Egypt, not back when ancient Egypt, the ancient Egyptian culture. So we'll take a quick look here. Directions: use books, magazines, and the internet to help you research Egypt. You can find a handful of good websites for research on our classwork page. Your responses below do not, I repeat, do not need to be written in complete sentences and may be written using bullets or short phrases. Please be sure that you fully understand what you are writing. All right, some of the questions include, where is Egypt located? What continent is it on? What are some of the neighboring countries? So the countries to the north, south, east, west. What are some of the geographic features you learned about? Landforms features in the beginning of the year. What is the population of Egypt, meaning how many people live there? What is the climate? Cold, warm, sunny, etc. So being as descriptive, think about seasons as well. What are the main holidays in Egypt? What is tourism like in Egypt? What are some of the landmarks? What are some popular foods? See if you can find a recipe for us of something that, hey, maybe you want to try and what you'd like to share. What do people dress like in Egypt? You can categorize this into different ones, such as men and women or children. What languages are spoken in Egypt? What does education look like? Is it similar to ours? Is it a little different? It's always fun to learn about how other people learn in different countries, and you can see what that'll look like. You can read a little bit about the history of Egypt, some of the important events that took place. Obviously, those events shaped what Egypt is now. Did you find anything interesting you'd like to include? So a lot of times we're going to come across information that may not particularly fall into one of the categories we've listed before, but you're like, this is something I really want to share, and this is your opportunity to do so. Inserting a picture of the flag. Is there a specific meaning behind the flag? The two flags that we've studied so far, the Italian and the American flag, have meanings behind the colors, the designs, etc. So is there a meaning behind the Egyptian flag? And folks, that is it. Again, the idea here is that you will not be writing in complete sentences. Instead, you'll be writing with bullets, short phrases. But the idea is that everything that you write down, you are able to elaborate on, to talk about. Some of your faces are a little squished, which means to me, how do I find all that information? Well, that is simple. Being that we get to spend a lot of time on our computers nowadays, you will be exploring online. I've provided you with a series of links and research tools to help you examine in order for you to find the answers to those questions. Please know that you will need to actually read in order to find the information, as it will most likely not jump off the page, or should I say, your screen. I also do not guarantee that all the information you will need will be located within these sites. So you may need to utilize a search engine like Google to find the missing information. Please note that this project is one that will take several weeks to complete. The expectation we have for all of you is that you will be working on it a little each week so that you do not find yourself stressed out come the due date. We will be checking on your graphic organizer each week to see your progress and reach out if necessary. If you find yourself needing support after you've exhausted all other means of finding the information, please reach out to your teacher. This is intended to be a fun project that puts the learning into your hands, but it will take some effort. Next week, I'll be showing you some of the ways that you will have to share your findings with us. Due dates for the graphic organizer and final presentation will be posted on the assignment pages. I believe there is no better time than now to get started. Good luck.